Hello everyone, it's strawberryelli here and thank you so much for joining me in another video. As you might know, I've been downsizing quite a bit over the past few months, and that's because I'm adopting a more minimalist lifestyle. And what that means is that I'm buying less, consuming less, using less, and overall just living with less. But that doesn't mean that I'm depriving myself or that I'm missing out on anything. Perhaps it's even the other way around, honestly. I feel like with all the physical space I have now, I also have so much more mental space. I feel mentally so much more clear, and I feel emotionally more balanced and also way more organized in my life. And the things I do have, I value so much more and I'm so much more grateful for. For example, things I own or relationships or experiences. I think we live in a society where overconsumption is the norm. We have access to everything every time we want to. And living a more minimalist lifestyle makes you realize that you actually appreciate the simplicity of things and that you don't have to give in to buying everything every time you think you need something. But there are actually a few things I actually started to buy more, consume more since becoming a minimalist. And I know it sounds a bit funny, but I'm gonna explain exactly what I mean by that and also what things I'm actually talking about in this video. So I hope you're excited for that. And I'd say without further ado, we start with the first thing. In my opinion, it's all about priorities and what you want to spend your money on. I like to invest my money into things that benefit me in the long run and that add value to my life. One of these things is my health. So I like to invest towards myself. And how I'm doing that is investing into good quality and high quality produce, healthy, fresh foods. Now, healthy can be for everyone different, I guess, but for me, it just means buying more consciously and buying produce that has good quality, that is really tasty, delicious, and that I really enjoy. And sometimes that can be a little bit more pricey. For example, when you buy locally grown organic produce at farmers markets or organic shops. But I do value spending that a little bit of extra money and kind of treating myself to that because I feel so much better eating that way. And as I said, I benefit from it from the long run if I invest towards my health and towards myself. And overall, I just love healthy foods and I love eating them. I love supporting local businesses, and that's why I personally just love buying good quality and high quality produce whenever I can and spending that little bit of extra money towards myself. I used to be a shopaholic and I used to get that thrill and excitement from getting new clothes. Don't get me wrong, I don't say there's anything wrong if you enjoy shopping and if that's something you're interested in and that you really enjoy doing, that by all means just do that. But for me, I realized just having less clothes and having a more organized wardrobe with just less things overall and with things I know I wear on a daily basis and that add value to my life, is just for me so much more enjoyable. So shopping is not something that I actually enjoy doing anymore, but if I do have to get a new item, most likely it is something I like to work out in. I love shopping for yoga clothes or workout clothes in general because they're so much more comfortable. So I do like to spend that little bit of extra money in higher quality and something that is more comfortable, that fits really well, and that I can wear over and over again on a daily basis, and that's gonna last me long term. So if I do pick up clothes, which is still really rarely, it's most likely that it is a new pair of yoga pants or a new shirt I can work out in or a yoga mat. Other than that, I think thrift shopping and also buying things secondhand is a good alternative to buying something new. I don't say that good quality automatically is more expensive. I just say that if that's the case, I do spend that a little bit of extra money, kind of treat myself to these kind of clothes because I do wear them a lot. Workout clothes are perfect for me, and these are most of the things I pick up if it happens that I buy a new item of clothes. One of my biggest passions is traveling, and that's why probably most of my money goes towards that. But what I mean by that is not that I'm investing my money into staying in expensive hotels or all-inclusive resorts or anything like that. It's more that I spend my money towards flights, because most of the time the traveling itself is the most expensive part. So getting from one country to the next, and then once you get somewhere, you can still cheap on a normal budget and enjoy your daily life there. I live a really simple and easy way. I'm just gonna rent a cheap apartment somewhere for about 1 or 2 months and stay at that place and live there on a budget, to not spend too much money but still have the basic needs covered and live a comfortable life. But because at the end of the day, if traveling takes up most of my life, then this is my life and this is my lifestyle, and I want to live comfortably. That doesn't mean that it requires a lot of money. What I'm just saying is getting from one place to the next could be a little bit more expensive, but I do value that, because once I'm there, I can explore, I can learn new things. I'm in a different country, in a new place. I experience a lot more change, and I do love traveling a lot, and it definitely adds value to my life. I find joy in the little things. So I am gonna invest my money towards traveling as long as I find joy from it. Speaking of travel, once you get somewhere to a new place, obviously the first thing you want to do is get out and explore. Most of the things I like to do on a daily basis is just being outside in nature, going on hikes or long walks, going running, or just exploring, meeting other people. And most of these things are most likely free, so they don't cost any money, which is really good and really good for your budget as well. But once in a while, what I mean is occasionally, there are things that I like to spend money on. Certain activities just require money, and I feel like I can spend that money to get a good experience. Some of these things could be that we pay to get a scooter for a day, that we get out, explore, that we pay the entrance fee of a waterfall or park or the National Museum. Something like that you spend your money on, but it is something that you benefit on because you enjoy the experience and you enjoy why you're doing it, hopefully. Before adopting a more minimalist lifestyle, I felt that a lot of the times I just have to cramp in the money, and that I have to only do things that require no money and that are for free. And don't get me wrong, you don't have to spend money to have fun. But sometimes it is also nice to spend a little bit of money to do a certain activity. Then you definitely have the experience and you're gonna enjoy your time. When I'm traveling around a lot, I don't have access to libraries, and then I don't know what I should do because I love reading. And I personally don't want to pick up a new book, because once I'm through it, I have to get rid of it again, and I don't really like to purchase a new book that is wrapped in plastic, and I think it's not the best for the environment, and there's already so many books out there that someone purchased. So what I like to do is I get a used book. I look around at the place I'm staying at and find a used bookstore, pick up a book, read it, and once I'm done with it, I'm just bringing it back. And most of the time I also get half of my money back, and I think that's a good alternative to buying a new book. And also, if you don't have access to a library, you're still able to read, which I personally love. And I know you could also read on your iPad, for example, and get a digital book like an ebook, but for me, I personally just love the feeling of reading an actual book. I know it is better for the environment to getting a digital book, but it kind of works out the same way. If I get a used book, I read it and I bring it back, and it might end up being even cheaper. So that's simply something I prefer doing, getting a used book somewhere I go and still can enjoy reading. And that is actually it. I guess these are the things I started to consume, buy, and use more since adopting a more minimalist lifestyle. And that is probably because I cut down on my overall expenses and I still don't buy a lot of things. It's actually just really rarely and occasionally that I get new items or used items, I guess. But if it does happen, then the things I'm getting are adding value to my life, that are really important, and I think they are beneficial for me and they're gonna last a long time. So I don't want to invest into just cheap items to get more every time I need something, rather investing into good quality produce, good quality items that last me a long time and that add value to my life. So let me know some of the items that add value to your life and that you like to purchase. I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments below. And overall, stay tuned for more videos on minimalism because I'm really passionate about it and I want to share more with you guys. And I hope you have an amazing day and I see you in my next video. Bye guys!